Democratic primary voters, 16% would support Buttigieg. That's the highest of any candidate.
Wow, that's
Pete
a lot.
Buttigieg.
I don't believe it.
Wait.
I think that's just a poll number. I can't see that happening.
Well, okay, but wait. 16%. Black voters, 0. Zero. You don't usually see 0 anywhere.
Democrat frontrunner has 0% black support. Wow. Damn. Why is that?
Zero's low.
For who?
For Buttigieg. Explain that. I mean, why do black voters have this? I mean, he's a nice guy.
Who knows? Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Yeah, he's under-indexing a little bit with the black voters, yeah.
A little. What is that all about?
He doesn't move us. I respect the man. I've interviewed him before. Very nice man, highly intelligent. But
it's so funny how everybody knows, but nobody says it. It's so obvious.
you gotta be able to move us, bro. He doesn't move us.
Yep.
Well, you can speculate as to why that is. I'm not going there. He doesn't move us.
Sure.
Democratic primary
talking
voters.
around it, bro. It's the elephant in the room. It sure is. And wow, just say it. He's not gonna say it, bro. They're not gonna say it. It's so obvious. Can you explain I'm not American? Oh, it's because he's gay. Yeah. Because he's gay. That's the reason why. It's a gay white guy. They're not going to vote for him. Yep. There you go. You wait, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, who trying to make this complicated? But there it is. And so what's this here? Just that? That's retarded? Bro, you are thinking that being gay is seen as normal in a lot of the world. You think that being trans is being seen as normal in a lot of the world. You got to open your mind up. You got to look, again, like, I'm fine with it. I don't care about it. But you've got to see reality. You've got to look at reality. The majority of people in the world are generally not cool with this. They're not okay with this at all. Like, almost every major religion is not cool with this and not okay with this at all. And so that's really what's going on. But this is in the U.S., right? Yeah, it's in the U.S. You really think that people don't believe this? Yeah, like, I'm telling you, that's what's going on. What does it matter if he likes dick or not? Because people think it's weird and they don't like it. That's it. That's the beginning, the middle, and the end. He gay. That's it. Like, yeah, I don't know what you want me to say about this. It's statistic. Yeah. So it matters. It matters to people if they think it does. And it doesn't matter, like, whether you think that, ooh, you shouldn't be able to do that. Well, they do it. They do it. That's it. And people just flamed Destiny for sucking dick 4 minutes ago. Ooh, yes, there it is. That's right. There's so many people living in their own bubble, shocked to see it. You got to understand that the influencer culture that you're consuming content in on a regular basis online is the fact, like, that's not the normal reality. Being okay with a random Joe on the street being gay has a different weight to it than the head of a head policymaker of the country being gay. Yeah, people think that if you're gay, there's something wrong with you. If you're trans, there's something wrong with you. So because so many people think that, and this is especially true in other countries. Like in the U.S., it's not as true. But in a lot of other countries, there is. I'm not, look, I don't give a fuck what other people do. I've always said this, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm willing to work with people that are crazy if they can help me get what I want. But my point is that A lot of people believe this. A lot of people think this. And a lot of people publicly accept but silently resent their inclusion in politics, social media, and media in general. If you can't see that, you're not looking for it. And worse than that, you're trying to not see it. Being gay and acting gay are different? Nope, it's not. Not for some people. I'm telling you guys, like, it's actually that simple. There's nothing wrong with being black, but a lot of people thought, it for a long time for Obama. It's literally the same thing. There are a lot of white people that will not vote for somebody because they're black. There's a lot of Hispanic people that will not vote for somebody because they're black. Do I need to say what would happen in places like China? Ooh. So, Obama wasn't openly gay? You're right. Yeah, of course, right? He didn't say that he was gay. No, that's a good point. And so my point is that because tribalism, and so denial is ignorance and bliss. And so that's really that's the point, right? And China, they wouldn't even make it on the ballot. No, exactly. And so some religions won't reform Western society, so that's what's going to happen in the question. Chatters don't understand the real world, go outside. Yeah, there's too many chatters that live in a Western media bubble, and because of the Western media bubble that they exist in, they end up confusing themselves and fucking themselves over and deluding themselves into thinking that their viewpoints are delusional. So half the country voted for Obama because Obama is half of both race. That's a good one. I think that Obama's race did play a huge role in how people voted for him. Absolutely. Of course. It's delusional to say otherwise. It's the same reason with Kamala Harris. It's the same reason with Hillary Clinton being a woman. Yeah, are you gay if you only have sex with yourself? Would you agree that femboys are not technically gay? Look, bro, just do whatever you want, okay? If you like femboys, go ahead. I don't need to fucking justify it. I think it's because the way these people are defended and protected on social media, they think they transfers that to the real world. Yeah, exactly. And I think that also, and this is something that I've heard from multiple minority friends that I've had when I've had conversations about this. And so, again, this is an anecdotal evidence thing, but those of you guys that are minorities who, maybe it's impossible to say because it's like just literally a chat. But I've had multiple people tell me that one of the reasons why a lot of minorities don't like these identity groups is because, and again, they're speaking from themselves, is that they view that these identity groups have effectively found a way to co-opt the legitimate disenfranchisement or the legitimate struggles that their actual minorities have gone through in culture, like, for example, black people or whatever, or like another race of people, and they've co-opted that and they've managed to take it for themselves. So they've effectively, there's this system and this apparatus that's made to, effectively fix long-standing, financial inequalities or something like that. They're abusing it, right? Yeah, they're effectively abusing it whenever they shouldn't be. And so that's what I've heard a number of people who I've talked to that are minorities about this say. They don't all think that, I'm sure, but that's it. So just tribalism? I don't know what you want me to call it. They're not wrong in a way? Well, it doesn't matter whether they're wrong or not, because they're still going to make a decision on it. And this is one thing that people don't understand, is that just because you disagree with somebody's viewpoint doesn't mean that they can't have it. The extremes make it a norm. Yeah, Dave Chappelle talked about this, maybe, but yeah. Anyway, so let's see here. We'll watch the next one here. They had Dr. Phil on too. Here we go.
But why are you going on these ICE raids? I don't understand that.
You're
a guy who we know for so many years who has been working to put families together.
Well, they can't be. He is going to put them together in Argentina, in Venezuela. They're all going to be together in Mexico. Yeah, I don't see that. Of course. There's no confusion here.
To bring families who are apart and heal them. And now you're going on raids with people who are literally separating families.
No, they're not.
Explain that to me.
That's bullshit.
That's not bullshit.
Oh, man. I never thought Dr. Phil would be based. How did this happen? I never expected this. Oh, my God. ICE were healing them? Yes, apparently. Clearly, that's what's happening. They're helping them by deporting them. That's smart. Very good idea.
Now you're, oh, no,
They're not separating families?
No, well, look, if you arrest somebody that's a citizen that has committed a crime or is DUI with the child.
Fucking exactly. Thank you, Dr. Phil. He's cooking. He's completely right.
Child in the back seat, do you think they don't separate that family right then, right there?
But that's not what's going on.
Of course they do.
Of course it is. That's exactly what's going on. You think these people just came over? They didn't know that they weren't supposed to come over?
Of
course,
what you're talking about, I was hearing you in your monologue saying you've got these ICE agents with masks on.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you why they have their mask on. Because we actually have legislators who passed laws about immigration and funded those laws to be executed. They actually pay these agents to go out and do this, and now they're doxing them. They're putting their names, their pictures, their addresses of their families on the internet. They're putting them on telephone poles. So, of course, they're wearing masks so they don't get outed, so people can do violence against their families.
It's so obvious. How is Dr. Phil the voice of reason here? He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. Of course. Yeah, duh. Of course, absolutely.
The negative actions against ICE agents are up 1,000%.
Wow, 1,000%. I bet that's random.
The last several months, 130% violence against them. And why them? They didn't make the laws.
That's true. He's right. All they're doing is doing their job. They're just doing their job, and they're fulfilling the job that they're given.
They didn't make that law.
These are things that the population voted on. People are mad about democracy, so they take it out on the lowest people possible in order to punish them for playing along with it.
What are you expecting to do? Just not do their job? If you don't like the law, change it. I don't like that law at all. Change the law.
If you don't like it, why are you going?
Because that is the law.
Well, I like it. I think it's great. I think they should deport every single one of them. I don't care if they have to separate the families or not. There shouldn't be any fucking illegal aliens in the country. And I don't even see how this is a controversial viewpoint. Shouldn't have any of them. I love it. Yeah, they need to do it more. Doesn't matter at all. Like, separating the families. Well, you shouldn't have brought them there in the first place. You put your family in this situation by doing something that you knew was wrong. And now we're supposed to be the ones that has to accommodate you? Get the fuck out of here. It's emotional manipulation. It shouldn't be taken seriously at all. Any rational, logical evaluation of this would come to the conclusion that you can't have people illegally coming into the country randomly. And also, any logical and rational evaluation would come to the conclusion that they need to be removed. Of course.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to...
What I'm going on, I've looked at these files.
But I don't like hunting. I don't go out with hunters, you know.
But they've got 12. No, wait a minute. They've got the ICE aids I've been on. I've seen the files.
Somebody says it's also emotional manipulation that ICE agents should be masked. They shouldn't if they're government officials. I disagree. Yeah, I disagree. If you're worried about it and you're worried about like masked men coming and like kidnapping somebody, then call the police. It's also not emotional manipulation whenever you have tangible data that shows that there's a lot of violence that's happening towards them. It's the same reason protesters are masked. Yeah, every special police unit is masked. Yeah, of course. It makes sense. And this is the same reason why the guys that work at that El Salvador prison are masked too. Let me just go back and just show this real quick. A lot of the reason why these guys are masked is because nothing bad will see. Yeah, there we go. All these guards are masked as well because you can't give these people any degree of credibility because they will immediately take control over it and they will attack these people. Wanting to unmask them is dumb, The reason why, here's the thing. The reason why you want to mask them, the reason why people want to unmask the ICE agents is so they can intimidate and scare and assault their families. That's the only reason. It's not because they care about identification. It's not because anything else. It's so they can use these people's identities and then scare them and effectively terrorize their family. Like the ICE agents are doing? Well, no, they're not. They're simply upholding the law. That's the difference, is that what they're doing is legal and what random retards on the internet are doing is not. And if you don't like that, then you can change the law. But last time we voted on it, it sure seemed like more people agreed with me. So just following orders? Yeah, orders that were democratically voted on by the majority, or I guess not a majority, it's a plurality, by the largest amount of people in the country. That's correct. They are following orders, the same as every person in the military is. I know you're going to try to make some parallel to, like fucking Nazis or something like this. I'm sorry, but deporting people and families that are in the country illegally isn't the same as burning Jews alive for being Jews. And it's disrespectful to the Holocaust, it's disrespectful to Jewish people, and it's disrespectful to the nature of what Nazis were to delegitimize and try to turn what they did to be anything even remotely similar to deporting people that are breaking the law. It's not even in the same universe.
They've got a rap sheet, 12, 14 different cases long of child predators that they're taking off the street. These are the worst first that they're taking off the streets. Who would want them back in their community?
We all agree with that.
Dr. Phil, that was...
Apparently not.
Hold on.
Hang on. Answer the question. Who wants those people back in there? These are violent criminals.
I keep answering your questions, and you keep saying I'm not answering your questions. Nobody wants that.
No one wants them.
We all didn't want violent criminals and gangs, but that pivoted to going to Home Depot.
Exactly. Because they're working for under-the-table wages. They're not supposed to be here, and they broke the law by being here. Well, of course. I don't want illegal aliens at Home Depot that are doing jobs that Americans could do for less money. That's bad. Yeah, of course.
Trump came down the first time from the escalator. He said, the rapists and the criminals and some...
Well, a lot of them are.
I assume are good people.
Yes.
The ones standing in front of Home Depot just looking for an honest day's work, for an honest day pay, those are the good people, I assume.
No, they're not. In a lot of cases, they are exploiting a system. They are here illegally. They're not paying into the system in the same way that they should be. The people that are employing them are also exploiting the system. They're taking advantage of it. And also, I'm sure that there are hardworking illegal aliens. Sure, of course that happens. But just because somebody works hard, there's a lot of people that work hard at their job, and their job is breaking mirrors off of cars and stealing and selling the mirrors. Just because somebody works hard at something doesn't mean that it necessarily is good. It's dishonest. Yes, a dishonest under-the-table work. Exactly. What idiot assumes they're good people whenever they don't have any way to document or to tell who they are? Yeah, I think so. And I like Bill, but he's losing on this one. Well, I think that, again, some people don't like the idea of going and arresting everybody at Home Depot. I think it's great. I do. I think it's great. I think get every single one of them with nobody left behind. Get every single one of them, deport all of them. I do not think that they are a net positive for society. And I think that the more that we remove, the more that we can see that automation is absolutely necessary. No exceptions. No exceptions. Absolutely not. Yep, fish where the fish are. That's right. Yep, got to catch them all. Absolutely. And no illegal left behind. That's right. If you hire all Americans, will Home Depot, at Home Depot, won't the prices follow? If the prices go up massively, then I think that we need to look at that as its own independent problem rather than hoping to put a Band-Aid over it by exploiting an underclass of people. I think that exploiting an underclass of people is not the way that you should solve that problem. So, yeah, I think that in some cases their prices will go up. And I think that, yes, it's obviously... It's very true that a percentage and a part of America has experienced a larger amount of luxury and privilege because of the exploitation of third world laborers that are here illegally. This is absolutely true. But removing them is not only the ethical thing to do, but it's also the logical thing to do. Having an underclass of people that don't have workers' compensation, they don't have rights, they don't have Social Security, they don't have any form of representation, they don't have any, type of resolution to anything bad legally that happens to them. They can't do anything. And so there's a broken system. Yeah, it's not slavery, but it's a level of control that is problematic. So yeah, it keeps wages down. Exactly. Does that mean the guy at Home Depot is... doesn't mean the guy at Home Depot isn't a child molester, rapist, or murderer. That's the point. We don't know who these people are if they came here illegally. That's true. Yeah, some of these people, and also some people can work and they can also be bad people at the same time. Yeah, nobody cares about ethical. They care about low prices. Well, I don't really care a whole lot about ethical either, but and if it wasn't really that, I mean, this is why, we have tons of things that are unethical, like phones, for example. Like, who cares? I don't see people turning in their smartphones because they're made from cobalt mines that children had to farm. But at the same time, you have these people in the country, and they're a huge drain on the system. Like, again, like anybody who lives in a city knows that in any of the cities and the areas where these people are shitholes. They are, every single time. So if these people have a positive net impact to the environment and to the country, then why is it that every single place that they're at is awful? I wonder. It's because they don't. And they have tons of family members and people like that come in that are all getting government assistance. Absolutely fucking not.